Micropipetters come in 4 sizes. The labels here tell you the volume range in which the pipetter is useful. This is called a P10, P50. These are microliter measurements. P200, P1000. Each of these pipetters is used with a disposable pipette tip. There are 3 sizes of pipette tips. The P10 uses the smallest pipette tip. The P50 and the P200 use the intermediate size pipette tip. The P1000 uses the largest pipette tip. You will have your pipette tips stored in these boxes. To use the pipetter with the tip, typically you do this. Seat the pipette tip, it's firmly attached. To eject the pipette tip, there is a button here. If I push that, the tip is ejected without having to manually pull off the tip. A common error is that people use the P10 pipetter with the medium-sized tip, and it looks like it fits, but it does not function. You must use the micropipette tip, the smallest one, with the P10. To practice pipetting, I'll start with the P1000. Seat my pipette tip. I can adjust the volume turning this dial at the top. Let me start with 650 microliters. The pipetter has a stop and a place that you can go all the way to the bottom. To get 650 microliters into the pipette tip, I'll push to the first stop, submerge the tip in the liquid, slowly release my thumb, drawing up the liquid as I go. This looks to me like 650 microliters of liquid. To deliver everything that's in the pipette tip, I need to push all the way to the bottom here. So I'll push to the first stop and then a little bit extra, and that little extra will eject everything from the pipette tip. I have a beaker of water here. Water is the ideal solvent for practicing because its density is 1.000 grams per milliliter. To determine the accuracy of my pipetting, I have a watch glass on the balance. Watch glass came from drawer 1. I have 650 microliters of water in my pipette tip. I will now deliver, pushing all the way to the bottom, and I close the door. This is 651 milligrams, which means I put 651 microliters on this balance, which is very good accuracy considering I was shooting for 650. One common error is to pull the pipette out too soon. You get some air in here and you haven't actually measured 650 microliters. A second common error is to release too quickly here, and you do not pipette accurately when you do that. Immerse and slow, watching all the time, making sure you get what you want. A limitation of these pipetters is they don't always work well with organic solvents. In this beaker I have some dichloromethane. When I try to pipette this, you can see that it just drips out of the pipette and you can't get an accurate measurement. So if you're finding that this is a difficulty for you, then you use a syringe instead of a pipetter.